Yeah, the move went pretty smoothly. I'm all settled in. Can I be honest? I mean, I don't know what I was expecting adulthood to be, but it's just like you go to school for 16 years, you expect to feel something when you get your degree, you know? Instead, I just feel like, is this it? Sorry, now I'm making you my therapist. This is my coming-of-age story. It started off with what I believe is the prerequisite for the era called your 20s, the existential crisis. It hit me June 2021, my first summer of post-grad. I was missing my old life when I was in school, and life was inherently fun. Back when I would spend my days learning about things I was interested in, meeting new people, and there was something new every day. It was okay that I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. Plans never needed to be calendared. There wasn't a need to choose between my career and my passions. My relationship with my parents wasn't weird. Everyone wasn't getting married and having babies. But I woke up the day after graduation to a life that was significantly less new and exciting. And that's when the crisis questions started to roll in. Is this it? Is this life? Can I be happy like this? What even is happiness? What if I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up? Do I have to wait until I'm 30 before I have any sense of direction for my life? I'll admit, I was never someone who looked forward to adulthood. Adults just never look happy. Suddenly, I look in the mirror and I am one. Suddenly, I feel like I have to make something of myself so that I have something to say when I bump into other adults who ask, "So what do you do?" To which I get to answer, "Oh, you know, I work, live life on the weekends, the norm." But really I'm thinking, why is this the norm? Why do we exist to work? If this is normal, I don't want to be normal. I want whatever it is this 17-year-old on my For You page has. They make more money than I've ever seen in my life, and all from their bedroom. Can't I just become one of them? But deep down, I know that, according to TikTok standards, I will always be one cute apartment and a hot girl morning routine away from a perfectly fulfilled life. So, external validation failed me. Big surprise. I decided that if I didn't figure out what made me happy, then the world would choose for me. And that's when the searching started. I worked my way backwards. I read through all my journals, watched all my old home videos, thinking back to the last time my life was pure and simple and happy. I love my journals because they help me hear my inner voice spoken back to me. My rants of frustration, lists of things I love. Home videos are the same thing, pixelated journal entries. Family, laughter, good food, they always remind me of what's important. These memories posed new questions. Why did everything feel so simple? When did I stop prioritizing things that made me happy? And then, I asked the question that made me look at everything differently. Am I so focused on wanting to get to the next version of myself that I'm neglecting the versions that already exist? Every desire that I have comes from the little kid in me, and the things she needs are so simple. What if I focused on being present with her needs instead of things that I may or may never actually obtain? What if I nurtured the version of myself whose eyes I wanted to see the world through? What if I was present with her needs? Her need for fresh air and trips to the beach, for singing and dancing around the room, time to eat and cry, and make messes and explore, to tend to her feelings and to her sleepiness. What would happen if I spent my 20s being present with her? Maybe I wouldn't lack direction in this part of my life if the direction I chose was inward. Our 20s are where we get so caught up in making something of ourselves. And having all the achievements is cool, but it takes time to build. Who knows, maybe my 30s are for having my life together, but my 20s are for letting my life fall apart. And I won't let my 20s just be the waiting room for my 30s. There is no waiting. This is it. All that there is are the versions of me that have existed up until this point. I can depend on them, sit with them, talk to them, ask for their opinion. The adult version of me needs to sit with the kid version of me and get some schooling from her. Relearn to go outside and play in the rain. Relearn to make time to eat good food with people I love. To give myself rest and significant time at the ocean. To buy a puzzle and spend a day putting it together. to pick flowers and sing and play the piano, to dress up and remind myself that life isn't all that serious. Relearn to find something pretty about where I am, even if nothing seems to be going my way. So all in all, if I had to rate this whole existential crisis thing, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Sure, I have had days where I just want to quit and cry about it, but I also have days where I feel so blessed to be at an age where I can still become anything I want to be. And if you're like me and you're experiencing your coming of age, I'm sure that we'll find, just like in the many coming of age stories that have taken place before us, that when we keep in touch with the most honest version of ourselves, the achievements and other life stuff sort themselves out. Maybe not in a way that we expected or the way our parents expect for us, but in their own sweet way. And I mean, if nothing else, being an adult is just more fun when you approach it like a kid.